Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this session where we are going to practice some great questions English subject के लिए जो हैं. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. One more thing that if you don't know me, I am Niharika John Mehra. I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. And for bank exams and regulatory exams, it has been more than 6-7 years. You are going to get many of my classes here also on our website under our courses, so do check them out. और जल्दी से यहाँ पर like और share कर दो because we are going to do these questions timer के साथ में. We will do in two parts. First set we will do around 10 questions and it again with timer. Only the questions explanation will be given later to you. So make a note कितना सही हो रहा है, क्या सही हो रहा है, कौन से क्वेश्चन का आंसर है. Quickly you can note it down and then at the end you can tell me how many questions you did correctly. Before going ahead, any doubt in what to do? Also, if my audio and video is not clear, please let me know. So with every question, when I explain, first we will do back-to-back question. पहले हम back-to-back question करेंगे, and when I explain, I will try to give you all the details. Like अगर word है तो उसका meaning and कैसे use होता है. If there is a rule, we can revise that rule. So it is going to help you a lot in last-minute revision of things जो आपके English subject की है. I'm assuming everything is well. So चलो start करते हैं. We are going to do back-to-back question. I want you guys to answer here in the chat. That's your first question. Answer here is E. Explanation will be given later on. Explanation आपको बाद में मिलेगा. Here the answer is D. Explanation later on. This one answer is C. Back-to-back questions we are doing. First round start हो गया है. It would be great to see you people answering here. आप लोग यहाँ आंसर दो. गलत होगा कोई बात नहीं. No one is judging you, but at least आपको अपनी गलती से सीखने को मिलेगा. This one was super simple. Answer is A. क्यों है थोड़ी देर में समझेंगे. This one is C. Okay, C for cat. We'll continue doing the questions and then I will explain. Next 5 questions are based on sentence correction. Next, C. We'll go through the explanation in a while. After this, I will explain. More than enough time given. That's now I'll take some time explain things to you, and after that I will just help. Will try to help you guys out in making no such mistakes further. Okay, so we'll start from here. The ramp sits at an acute angle. Okay, so what we are saying here is ramp, which is singular, sits उसका verb है. So ramp sits at an acute angle to deflect what to के साथ verb का first form, intake air from the longitudinal direction, deflecting something from someone or some other thing. That's what we say. Deflect is to change the course, change the path. So यहाँ पे कोई भी error नहीं था, and I was wondering because this was a very short sentence. तो अगर इतने short sentence में you are unable to mark no error, we need to think again कि हमारी preparation कितनी solid है. Next one कोई मुझे बताएगा? It is the most colorful and wealthy district of the city. So we are talking about a district, most colorful है, wealthy है. Threaded by मतलब कि यहाँ पे उसके आजू बाजू किससे बना हुआ है? Narrow lanes and its economy. बहुत simple था. Economy is the subject here. Economy is singular. तो center is going to be used with S. Economy centers on the tourist industry. And के बाद you are getting a whole new statement. This is a clause. Economy is the subject. Simple present tense में whenever you have a singular subject, your verb will be used with S or ES. Okay, तो यहाँ पे centers आना था. That was the correction here, which is a very simple rule of subject verb agreement. Next one. The conservation value of forest landscapes that are free. वैल्यू किसकी है? कंजर्वेशन की है. लैंडस्केप्स हैं, दैट के साथ आर यूज हुआ है, प्लूरल आर, ऑल ओके. फ्री फ्रॉम ह्यूमन डिस्टर्बेंस इज हाई. सी वी यूज हायर और एनी कंपैरेटिव डिग्री when we have two things to compare from, or we are comparing from past. It is understood that we are comparing from something that used to be and how it is now. यहाँ पे तो कोई भी केस नहीं है. Then why are we using a comparative degree higher? It was again a simple question. Although it varies among regions. among के बाद plural है, it varies. Subject verb agreement is all good to go. So rest of the sentence is all okay. Very interesting question this was, and I don't know how you guys missed it, but yes, his writings offer a radical point of view. Now, when you say the word writing and you are using it as a gerund or a noun, it means first thing लिखावट जिसे हिंदी में बोलते, the way we write something. But from the sentence, you can understand we are talking about maybe his books, his articles, his theories, something जो उसने पन्नों पे लिखी है. He has written on a paper on pages. So that's the reason हम यहाँ पे writings बोलेंगे, which means his creations, whatever he has written. Okay, it could be a letter, it could be a book, it could be anything. So writings offer a radical point of view on what? On the origin. Origin of what? Ancient culture. Cultural rituals and what? Traditions play prime roles. So plural traditions. Traditions के कारण play आ गया यहाँ पे. On the account of the continual rain. On the account of means because of the continual rain, a great number of spectators had left the stadium. When you leave for, so this word for is redundant over here. Word for is wrong. इसको हटाना पड़ेगा. I have crossed it, but I don't know. Let me see if you can see it. स्क्रीन पे देखती हूँ एक बार आपको दिख रहा है कि नहीं. Okay. I think it is not visible clearly. मुझे भी स्क्रीन पे अभी exactly नहीं हो रहा है visible. ठीक है. Okay, there is a question as well. Okay. 25 minutes around, because the questions are short, and if they are short, even I would say this kind of a question, this length of a question, you can or you should just take 30 seconds, 25 to 30 seconds to solve this, because आपकी preparation अच्छी है, you will be able to do quickly. Anyways, let's get back. So on account of this rain, the spectators had left the stadium before the match started. So they're leaving. They're not uh, going to a point. That's why हम for नहीं बोल सकते. Great, good job. Thank you so much, John, for sharing. The shooting down of a passenger plane from Iran military is the most tragic most outcome. Okay, so tragic most भी बोल रहे most. Of course, this was incorrect. The question. Follow point of difference. POD formula here. Try to check the words which are different in every option. So Iran's military सब जगह same है. And you can see most words सब जगह same है. यहाँ पर ध्यान मत दो. So what we are saying, shooting down of a plane, and now from someone नहीं होगा, किसी ने करा है. So by Iran, of course your D, E, A option are out. By Iran's military, because military is belonging to a country, so that's why apostrophe S is the most tragic outcome. That's what we are saying. Next one is a phrase. Now you should be doing well when it comes to phrasal verbs, phrases, because यहाँ पर sentence correction में बहुत बार ऐसे ही question आ जाते हैं where grammar is okay, you need to know, but then more than that you should know एक phrase का meaning. Taking liking to something is actually liking something or someone. Okay, so my sister has liking. ये तो of course गलत है. has के बाद ing आता नहीं है. My sister took liking to Shrikant and ended up marrying him. तो यहाँ पे took liking to means started liking that person. इसके अलावा और कोई explanation नहीं है. Super simple question. My sister exclaimed that it was the most beautiful place. Unique is a word जो most और more के साथ नहीं जाता. It is self-sufficient. Okay, it's already in the superlative degree. You can understand it that way. And then the rest of the sentence is saying she had ever visited. So this is a superlative comparison. जहाँ पर सारी प्लेस अब तक की जो उसने विजिट करी है उसमें से सबसे अच्छी, सबसे सुंदर, तो वो सबसे का कंटेक्स्ट जब आ जाता है we use most, and that's why B was your answer. There was no correction required. The spirit of patriotism is what we bleed when India is on the stadium. So is बराबर है what we bleed, हम क्या response कर रहे हैं. So all is good to go. Another problem with social networking sites. Problem is singular, तो is आया है. They can be very addicting and take up a lots of students' time. Okay. यहाँ पर हम जो बात कर रहे हैं lots of बोल सकते हैं या a lot of बोल सकते हैं. Okay, that a article is very important. तो यहाँ पर missing था. Then students time plural और उसके बाद में time singular without apostrophe आ नहीं सकता था. Taking यहाँ पे नहीं आ सकता था क्योंकि can के साथ में be आया है and they can take. So parallelism यहाँ पर can modal verb के साथ में है. They can be something, they can take. So after can verb first form is required. So C आपका answer है. Cool. Let's move on to next set. थोड़ा सा ध्यान से करेंगे. Explanation will be given after you do this set. after you complete this set, जिसमें हम at least 10 questions और करेंगे. I would appreciate if you guys can answer here. आप लोग यहाँ आंसर दीजिए. That's okay. You can change your answer till I show you the answer. Now, this is the question of para-jumble where you are supposed to arrange all the sentences, and I want a final arrangement because again आपको exam में पूरा ही करना है. It's not like you have to do just one which is the first one and then for the second one you have some clue. है ना, सारे जमाओगे तभी पूरे आंसर 5 questions को करोगे. So do it directly. I'll give you 3 to 4 minutes. Solve करो उसे आराम से, but try to do it correctly and send your answer here. Seat arrangement. Okay. Answer here is CAD level. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'll start explaining from here and आप लोग सुनते जाओ समझते जाओ. Try and understand where did you go wrong and what was the real thing, the correct thing to do in such questions. So आपको यहाँ पे connector choose करना है and there is a very important instruction mentioned without altering the sequence. Okay. You have to go through the instruction no matter कितना familiar question है आपको देखने में लग रहा है we know what to do. Please read the instruction carefully because sometimes examiner plays on that. So you have to make sure that you're not altering the sequence. This is not something we always get. Moreover, the connector must come between the two sentences. Very clear. Hai. First, then the connector, and then the second one. So the real estate market is going through a tough phase. It's a negative sentence. Car prices have gone through the roof this year. So there is another negative happening in the second sentence. Through the roof means बहुत ज़्यादा उछाल आना. Okay. Now you may think कि यहाँ पर मैं and लगा देती हूँ. And का use होता है when you have something where you have one thing to add up to the another thing. I could have said car prices have gone through the roof this year, and uh, let's say bikes and scooties are the prices of bikes and scooties are also they have gone through the roof or also going high up. ऐसा करके कुछ होता तो मैं and बोलती. But the point here is real estate market and car, they are different kind of assets. If you know little bit about the practical scenario here, car is something that whose value depreciates and real estate keeps on growing. Okay, so यहाँ पे a tough phase जहाँ पर लिखा है, we are not very sure it is with respect to the pricing of it or not, and that's why in contrast आया है यहाँ पे. So real estate market is going through a tough phase. Probably people are not buying a lot of real estate, market is not working out. In contrast, इसके विपरीत car prices have gone through the roof this year. So yes, there is a sense of negativity, but in contrast is one asset जिसका वैल्यू बढ़ता है वो भी टफ में है. इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट एक दूसरा असेट जिसका वैल्यू जो है डिप्रिशिएट होता है वो भी है. तो दैट्स द कॉन्टेक्स्ट दैट थ्री नेगेटिव्स आर वर्किंग एंड दैट्स व्हाई इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट यहाँ पर आ रहा है. अ लिटिल ट्रिकी बट आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड नाउ. The experiment helped to determine the cause of disease. Thus, it can be considered to be a success. It's a result. We can now determine the cause of disease as a result. Thus, so यहाँ पर result is introduced in the second sentence. It can be considered as a success. Yes. Moreover is something which happens. One thing is happening and a bit more is happening in the second go, in the second sentence. Contrast is clear. However, is also contrasting sentence and contradictory sentences को join करने के लिए use होता है. तो यहाँ पे does आएगा. Working as a field officer has great prospects. It is strenuous and takes a toll on the body. See, here the subject is saying working as a field officer. One's first sentence talks about the positive. For the same subject, okay, not like the first question. For the same subject, second half is saying something which is bad, which is negative. Takes toll on the body, strenuous है, थका देने वाला है. That's why on the other hand. और अगर हमारे पास कोई भी contrast वाला option होता. It seems not a month goes by without yet another company making headlines for its use of data for surveillance or profiling against the platform terms of use. आपको लंबे sentences, whenever you get a lengthy sentence, you don't have to worry about reading it again and again to connect with the second sentence. Essence of the sentence is that every month we get to see these companies in headlines. Okay. Second sentence बोलता है social media platforms continually reassure policy makers that they have things under control. First में data is leaking. Second में these platforms are making sure ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. So two things are going in contrast to each other. Since or despite use नहीं कर सकते. It is very clear from the instruction you have to use the connector in between. That is first sentence, a connector, and then the second sentence. The place is very much fixed. That's why while आ जाएगा यहाँ पे. Now match the column questions. Try to do these questions directly. इतना आपको confidence आ जाना चाहिए. Your preparation should be like this, that you save time on cross checking all the options. Okay. So okay, I missed E option, which was none of the above in this one, in this question. So no, doesn't matter. D was the answer. Dogs process numerical quantities in able to enjoy, बोल नहीं सकते. In similar region as humans. So we are comparing dogs and humans. So A और E बिल्कुल बनता है. Now you go and see A और E कहाँ है, C में है और D में है. B and D both options में है तो अब उसको छोड़ दो. Try to check C and F if that makes sense. Success is brought about by a combination of smart habits. Combination है. There should be some more things, है ना? Smart habits, a tenacious spirit, and a whole lot of luck. C and F definitely are giving you a complete sentence together, and that's why answer आपको B D check भी नहीं करना है. D आपका आंसर था. Since 2000 Asian Americans buying power अभी तक आपका सब्जेक्ट ही है. So you are looking at something जहाँ पर आपको कुछ सब्जेक्ट का वर्ब मिल जाए. Power has grown by more than 250%. A and E. Now this can confuse you. But वापस से थोड़ा सा अगर देखें, because we not only want to connect to sentence, we also want to check the grammar it is using. Also, it should be having complete meaning. Since 2000, यहाँ तक तो सही है, since and the starting point of time, Asian Americans apostrophe ऐसा आएगा buying power, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे बाइंग पावर की कैटेगरी नहीं बता रहे. दिस स्मॉल थिंग an apostrophe is missing and that's why grammatically A is wrong. A और E इसलिए नहीं होंगे, अदरवाइज तो A ऑप्शन, C ऑप्शन, D ऑप्शन सब ओपन हो जाते हैं, है ना? Interest for specific sports teams varies. So far destroyed varies wildly by herds of animals. कुछ भी मैचिंग नहीं. In addition to the fatalities, the fires have what? Have so far destroyed. So far एक adverbial phrase है. Have के साथ का destroyed D में है. More than so many homes. So आप बिल्कुल C और D यहाँ पर बना सकते थे. Bush fire in Australia impacted areas and impacted and caused property damage होना चाहिए था. Cause grammatically गलत है. I cannot use because this happened in the past. Impacted is in past, so A D नहीं हो सकता. B C D option are out directly. D F बचा है, check कर लो. Otherwise, E is your answer. The human heart is an organ. Cause property. Organ, theme. Organ that pumps, singular, that pumps blood throughout the body. Yes, heart does that. So B or F आपका आंसर था. He is an American author who liked to dabble in mythology. Author with interests in mythology. See guys, A के साथ F को जोड़ना better है because he is. तो is के साथ आगे भी present continue अगर करना है तो F को लेकर आएंगे. He was a fiction writer who liked to dabble in mythology. So यहाँ पे was है तो यहाँ पे आप like बोल सकते हो E में. तो C and E, A and F. A and F का वैसे भी ऑप्शन आपको C और D में था. You can check B D. You know it's wrong because century sees the 18th century जो past की है वो sees present में कैसे कर सकती है? Of course नहीं बनाएंगे उस. Okay. A stellar explosion, the supernova, is the sensational death of a star. Makes absolute sense. AE आपका आंसर यहाँ पे है, बट आपके ऑप्शन और भी हैं. BF है, CD है, you will have to check. छोटे सेंटेंस है, आराम से बहुत जल्दी से आप चेक कर सकते हो. The bride walked across the stage in a red sari. Okay. Now, if you want to go with B and F, जो कि आपका A वाला ऑप्शन है. The bride walked across. Across, walking across means पार करके दूसरी तरफ चले जाना. So she walked to the stage, not across the stage in a red sari. That's why that walk across is wrong. Wrong phrase और BF नहीं होगा. Then the students almost ran for 2 kilometers to reach the village. C and D. AE के साथ में आपको CD का ऑप्शन तो है लेकिन BF के साथ में है, बट BF गलत है तो CD हम ऐसे भी नहीं रख सकते. ठीक है. And that's why we only have answer B, A and E. अब हम समझते हैं para-jumble. Para-jumble this is a topic which you are supposed to do directly. First you arrange इन एग्जाम आप 3 minutes अराउंड ले सकते हो, 2.5 minutes to 2 minutes 45 seconds I would say to arrange all of them, and then quickly 4 to 5 questions इसमें से जो पूछे जाते हैं, you can mark your answer. Don't go through the options because they are not going to help you. First sentence is A, B, C, D, E. Second sentence is B, C, D, E, F. Third sentence is B, C, D, E, F. क्या हेल्प हो गई? अल्टीमेटली आपने जो पूरा अरेंज करा है उसी के बेस पे आंसर दोगे. नाउ देर आर टू वेज टू डू दिस. First is inverted pyramid, that is you place a general information first and then narrow down to the specifications. Second is you go through all the sentences and try to figure out at least one or two pairs. You know for sure ये दो तो साथ में आएंगे. Sometimes आप read करते हो and you know कि ये first sentence है, ये भी तो साथ first पक्के से है. This is for sure the beginning. तो आपको कई सारी चीजें ऐसे clues मिल जाती. Don't try to arrange in one go. Take a break, take a step back and make some pairs and then bring those pairs together. Okay, pair and then repair. So that's what you're gonna do. In the backdrop of extreme economic condition, young children are forced to become wage earners. Suddenly किसका backdrop, क्या हम बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे? Okay, we cannot understand. Young children are forced, but suddenly backdrop of extreme economic condition, there is no beginning to this point. Due to the lack of cooperation from the society, child labor is still this is a hint word, a major problem. तो पहले शायद चाइल्ड लेबर समझाया होगा, देन ओनली वी कैन से कि वो अभी तक बना हुआ है. Child labor is the crime to humanity, which has become a curse to the society and big issue, preventing the country growth and apostrophe आना था यहाँ पे, it's missing, typo error, and development. This is the sort of definition of child labor or what child labor is doing. So whenever you get a definition, whenever you get something is happening, an event taking place, वो usually आपके introductory sentence होते हैं. So C here is helping us understand that the rest of the things I'm going to talk about is how bad child labor is, why it is still there and all those things. C is your first sentence. The children aged between 8 and 14, it's a specific detail, are being largely employed in hotels, tea shops, restaurants, factories and agriculture. Keep it in mind, hold, okay? आपके पास अभी still है यहाँ पे 8 to 14 है, यंग चिल्ड्रन आपका एक है, ये आपका फर्स्ट ऑलरेडी हो चुका है. गर्ल चाइल्ड आर ऑल्सो मीन्स आप किसी सेम टोन की बात कर रहे हो, एम्प्लॉयड एज मेड सर्वेंट्स, बेबी सिटर्स, कुकिंग. आपको पढ़ते से क्लिक होना चाहिए. डी एंड ई आर अ पेयर बिकॉज यू कैन सी इन जनरल चिल्ड्रन, those who are between 8 to 14, 8 and 15, 14, they are employed in hotel, tea shop. There is a list where they are employed. Girl children, they have some extra places where they are employed as maid servants, etc. So D and E are a sure pair. Okay, C is for sure your first one. The government should make arrangements to ensure that the child labor laws are properly followed. This is a suggestive tone. Usually a suggestion comes at the end. But हम यहाँ पर B में भी देख रहे हैं, there is something that is still a major, still word. Put both of them together. F and B are also a pair. So we are saying government should do something about it. Due to lack of cooperation from the societies. See, government is doing its part, but society भी cooperate करे ना. Child labor is still a major problem. So that's the reason F and B, F first and B after it, that's how it's gonna come. It has a suggestive tone. B में still है, present की बात है, तो they are as a pair. We will put them at the end. Last में लगाएंगे. D E pair है, C पहला है. अब A को कहाँ place करें? Young children की definition 8 and 14 आपको D में मिल रही है. When I say young children, do you know what is the age range I'm talking about? No. So this is what we are narrowing down. Inverted pyramid. Okay. So that's why young children, first you say that and then you talk about specific range 8 and 14. Why can't we have, okay, this is a good question, CAPF, okay. Good question, Ishita. Thank you so much for asking. So I think you are simply asking कि F last में क्यों नहीं हो सकता, right? See, when we compare, you have to compare the flow whenever you have such a confusion, okay? FB को पहले पढ़ो. Government should make arrangements to ensure that these laws are properly followed, okay? And in B, what do we see? Due to lack of cooperation, the child labor is still a major problem for the government. Now, it is not that government is not doing anything. The problem here is there is lack of cooperation. So that's why if I say B first and F last में बोलूंगी, it will sound like I am saying government is not doing anything. So now government should take some steps. Okay, which as per the information we have in the whole para is wrong. I hope you're understanding. So government is doing its part. It's lack of cooperation which is the major problem. So we cannot leave things hanging when we say F at the end. Okay, that's why F को पहले बोलकर B बाद में बोलते हैं. First we say F, that government should make arrangements, but still the problem lies in the society, lack of cooperation. So lack of cooperation of what? Cooperation किस चीज का है? Okay, what is exactly the thing? Arrangements में cooperation नहीं है. So that is another reason F पहले आएगा और B बाद में. Ishita, did you get it? Whenever you have such a doubt, it was a very nice question. I mean, definitely आप B और F को भी सोच सकते थे, and that's how you get confused in exam as well. Anytime you are stuck in such a situation, try to go both the ways. CADEFB पढ़ो, CADEBF पढ़ो. Try to reason where things flow more logically, because ultimately logically your para should be formed and there is just one right answer. Okay, so वो चीज़ आप follow करोगे, you will be helped a lot. Okay, so that's it. I am going to take now a couple of days here. My classes are going to be here on YouTube, where I will be taking objective questions practice English subject के लिए, and I would love to see more of you. Please let your friends know that we are doing some mock tests, some questions in live classes timer के साथ में. I would love to see more students here. I would love to understand where you people are lacking and suffering. That would be really great. Okay, that's it. Make sure to like the session, to share, and subscribe our channel if you are new here. Do check out our courses, especially descriptive के courses like regulatory exam के courses जो हमारी website पर हैं and on our app, so they'll help you a lot. Bye bye.